Today we're here with Michael Phelan, who is the founder of My Public Home and a local independent solar expert. We're asking him some common questions about solar. So for someone who wants to go off-grid, can they do that with solar, and how does that work?
Yes. A lot of people have been asking me that lately because it's getting more frustrating as the bills get bigger and you're attached to this utility that is causing fires, and the infrastructure is old and they want to charge me for it. So a lot of people ask, can you go off-grid? And the answer is absolutely you can. It costs a little bit more to go off-grid. You almost, in some cases, a regular solar system that you might put on your home, you have to double that price to get off-grid to a degree. There's another way of doing it. There's a thing coming up that we're seeing more and more of. It's big in commercial now, but residential is starting to embrace it, where you're actually doing microgrids or nanogrids. So you put in solar and you also put in a battery storage, and then so basically your battery allows your solar system to keep working. So then you add a generator to that, which is relatively inexpensive. And so what happens if you have an extended time period, your generator will kick in to be able to run past when the battery runs out of supplying your house. So it's kind of called a microgrid or a nanogrid. It isn't exactly off-grid, but basically allows you to be extended off from your utility company for a long time. If you want, you can do that continuously. It probably, in the long-term basis, it requires it costs a little bit more to run if you're running on like a generator of gasoline, or propane, but it gives you that almost off-grid option. Otherwise, being off-grid, we do that for homeowners that don't have power to them, and it's usually cheaper to be off-grid instead of running power into these properties that are a little more isolated. But you can go off, cost a little bit more, worth the checking into it, because the bids are cheaper now than they've ever been for those batteries.